Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Nate. I'm going to do a video on how to show you how I normally GoHoWi a base for Town Hall 8. This is for my Town Hall 8 guys that have been wanting me to put out a video to kind of go through my normal attack for Town Hall 8. It does change, it varies between bases, but I do have kind of a standard that I normally use for attacking in wars. I will adjust accordingly depending on the base, but my typical base layout or my troop layout will be 1 golem, 24 hogs, 5 wall breakers, 10 wizards, and the CC is going to be either 5 hogs or P.E.K.K.A. depending on how deep I need to get in with my kill squad. Okay, so I'm going to start off with number 28. I attacked this base for the first time, so we didn't know where the traps were. Looking at the base right now, there's a couple double giant bomb locations. There's one right here that doesn't really, it's not really much of a threat. There's no defenses around it. I really couldn't see why somebody would put a double giant bomb right there anyways. One right here, same deal. It's real easy to trigger with the archer tower right there. I could drop a hog on it and detonate both of them. Also, the way that the hogs are going to path, it'd be really difficult to detonate both these bombs at the same time, so it's not really much of a hog trap. Right here is a good location for a double giant bomb, and that's why I decided to go this route with my kill squad for 2 reasons. One, to detonate a possible giant double bomb there, and I wanted to take out the king. And the last possible location for a double giant bomb is here, and possibly even maybe one on one side and one on the other side of this wall, but more than likely I'm guessing here. I did guess right, and I'll show you how I accounted for this giant bomb, because it is kind of deep in the base. There's a lot of defenses down here that I have to worry about, and it would take a lot of hogs to try to trigger that bomb. I don't want to lose that many hogs, so I just kind of dealt with it in another way. Excuse me. Okay, so first, let's talk about how to funnel. And I know this is supposed to be somewhat fundamental, but I see a lot of people having a hard time with this. When you're funneling, you don't drop all your whiz. You don't spam them up top and hope that they take out the edges and allow your troops to go inward. It needs to be thought out. You need to really think about what defenses could hurt your wizards, and you want to use as little as possible, because troop space is important. Spell placement or spell spacing is important. Troop space is important. So let's look at, if I were to drop my golem in between this archer tower and this cannon here, I can tell you that this and this both are going to be targeting the golem, so it's not much of an issue. This cannon right here is not going to stop me from dropping a wizard on the dark spell lab spell thing, so that's not going to be a problem. This, as long as my golem moves up quick enough, this mortar will be targeting the golem as well. But even if it doesn't, to take this camp out, that mortar's not quick enough to stop me from taking the camp out. And lastly, this archer tower is not in range, so I really, once my golem's in, I can funnel. And I believe on this one I actually drop it on the lab here, which is still fine because same rules apply. Because I think what I end up doing is 2 wizards here, and then they end up pushing inward and going towards the king as well, and then 2 wizards here, same deal, they move inward and support the king and the golem and killing the enemy king. But 4 wizards is all it took, and I've seen people spam 10, 12 wizards around. They'll drop them all on this back wall here and just waste them. There's no need in doing all that. But okay, so the plan, I'm gonna drop my kill squad in. I'm gonna wall break right here. My goal is to kill this archer tower, this cannon, this mortar, possibly ignite a double giant bomb if it's there, and kill the king. a king can be a real pain in the butt when you're doing a hog attack, because it will follow your hogs all the way around the base pretty much when it's centralized like that. So that's my goal. And then once all that's done, you just pick. You can either go clockwise or counterclockwise, but I'm going to surgically drop some hogs. I think I drop a few because the mortar doesn't go down very quick, but then I just start hitting that. Come down here. Same for that. And I'm dropping in a counterclockwise motion. And the goal is I want to try to take out as many defenses as possible without hitting this double giant bomb with all of them. If I were to just drop all my hogs and have them all come this direction, if there is a double giant bomb there, all these defenses on the backside will not get handled, and the raid will be over because I won't have any hogs left. So I want to drop about half of them up front, and if they do make bacon on that double giant bomb, I'll still have at least hopefully one heal spell in the bag and half of my hogs plus my CC hogs to clear up the back half and then clean up afterwards. So that's the plan when I'm looking at a base like this, and this was the first attack, so I did not know where all the bombs were. I dropped a hog down here just to see. I was curious about this location and this location. If I see a Tesla pop in either one of those, I kind of adjust accordingly, saying, okay, you know, there is no double giant bomb here if the Tesla pops, or same thing for there if Tesla pops. So you kind of have to be able to test on the fly, but my assumptions were correct on this base. So let's watch the attack. I'm gonna speed up through the CC killing because it takes a while to kill a dragon. You have to stagger 2 poison spells and it'll kill a dragon. Okay, oop. Now that's done. I dropped 4 wizards like I said I did. There goes my golem in, and at this point, look what we're working with. I have 2 wizards here, there's 2 wizards right here, my king and my golem are all moving right towards this spot, and that's exactly where I wanted them to go. If I did not break this over here, they could potentially go this route, not kill the king, and not expose any bombs. So funneling is extremely important. It needs to be practiced. It needs to be well thought out. You don't just drop wizards behind your troops and hope for the best. Be strategic when you're breaking buildings and creating funnels. Okay, so let's keep going on in the attack. Doesn't take long. The king goes down. They start moving in. Boom, there goes 1 giant bomb. So, okay, at this point, we know no double giant bomb. I had 1 bomb, and there was a bunch of small bombs. So that right there tells me that my initial thought of the giant bombs being down here by the south archer tower, or south air defense, is correct. Dropped 2 hogs, 3 hogs. I missed that one. I was trying to hit the cannon, but I ended up hitting the archer tower again, but it's still no big deal. I did lose some hogs up top from those Teslas, which is still not that big of a deal. There goes my first heal spell. That's going to help push them through. Here comes some bottom end hogs here. And I'm going to drop the second heal spell right on top of where I think that double giant bomb is, just in case they detonate one at a time. Watch this. Bacon. All my hogs. At this point, I've only dropped half of them, so the plan is going the way I wanted to. But if you were to drop all your hogs at one point, that would be game over, because there's a double giant bomb right there, and all my hogs are walking right into it. No matter how strong your heal spell is, the double giant bomb is going to kill hogs. So boom, there they go. That's alright. I was prepared. I still got hogs moving. I still got a heal spell in the bag. I'm going to drop it here right now. I know all the bombs are gone. So now there's only, 2 3-point defenses left and a bunch of hogs. At this point, I held all my wizards. I dropped 4 initially, so I had 6 in the bag, where I will sporadically, depending on which way the hogs are moving and where they're at, I like to drop my wizards on high HP buildings, like you see on the wizard, or on the elixir, dark elixir. Those, and down here on the gold storage. Like, those are the structures that take the longest to take out. So if time is an issue, you want to be able to knock them out quick. So I go ahead and drop my wizards all around. If there's outside structures like builders' huts or something, I'll drop on them as well. But at that point, once the defenses go down, there ain't nothing left. Got a lot of hogs left. All my wizards are up. King's still alive. Game over. Okay, for the second one, I'm going to show the first attack on this base, just to show you what information I pulled from it. I'm going to speed it up again because he drops one hog and kills the CC. So we don't need to see all that. Now I'll tell you what I really liked from his attack was the kill squad. He brought in, I don't know why he brought a giant in first, but his wall breakers didn't land because he didn't time it right with the mortar. This is what I'm talking about with, look at all these wizards. He's got 6 of them down here, and really there isn't a whole lot needed to create a funnel here because it's a flat side. You could take that out if you want, or you could take that out. Now with these structures being right here, they're going to draw troops in towards the middle. You don't want to break every structure in line of what you want. You want to take out something like the outside and leave the inside structures so that your P.E.K.K.A., your Golem, your Wizards, your King, whatever you're dropping in the middle, you want something there to draw them towards the middle, because if that was gone, if these structures here were gone, it would force these guys to move outward towards the edges. So you don't want that. A lot of people think that when you're creating a funnel, you want to break every structure. No, you want to break the outside structures and leave the middle ones, and then drop your troops on those structures in the middle. So that was the only part I didn't like about the kill squad. He did get in and kill the king. He's a little bit late on dropping his king, and then he drops the rest of his wizards, which I don't like. So he doesn't have any cleanup troops other than a few archer towers, which he does drop on the outside huts. So that was good thinking there. But as far as wizards go, he's all of his heavy hitters are gone at this point. Okay, so let's go down here. This was one of the fundamental mistakes for this raid, was the hog drop. He 2-fingers it, but what he does is he purposely splits them, and then I guess preemptively drops a heal spell, which I did not care for, because for one, they're not under any danger of any kind of bomb at the moment, so there was no need to drop it. But by dropping your wizards or your heal spells that early, look at that, the third one's going down, and boom, there's a giant bomb, and of course, boom, there's another one. Once all your heal spells are gone, you got that much open area left, you know that bad things are going to happen. Just the splash damage from that wizard tower kills the rest of his hogs because they're so low on life, and that's over. I mean, he does some cleanup, but we did learn the biggest thing is those giant bomb locations. I think I did see some spring traps along the way as well, but he just doesn't have the manpower to get through it at that point. So, using the same troop composition, I come in. Let me fast forward through the CC kill again. Excuse me. No need to watch all that. So I break the wall open with 2. I use 1 wizard is all it takes to create this funnel, because this lab is not even really in the way, and I dropped my troops so quick that they went straight towards this. They went straight towards the mine that was here, the gold mine, and this were able to draw them in. So this wasn't even a factor. It took 1 wizard plus my golem to create the funnel that I needed to kill. And look at that, the enemy king is already down. Golem is moving its way around. So think about that. Think about how many troops I saved there. So I'm starting with a clockwise motion with my hogs. I know where the giant bombs are, so I went ahead and dropped a heal spell for them, and they're gonna get hit by both those giant bombs. Still doing a clockwise motion, trying to hit as many point defenses as possible. The splash damage defenses don't really cause that much problem, but the point defenses, look at that, there goes some hogs to spring trap up top. But point defenses are really what you need to worry about. All the giant bombs have been ignited now. Look how many troops I have left. I could, at this point, swag a heal spell, and I got 2 wall breakers and 2 wizards that I don't even have to use, and the base is wrecked. Going through, and it's just clean up at that point. So I guess the biggest thing to take away from this is when you're scouting a base like this, you want your kill squad to cut a wedge. At this point, it's cutting the wedge. It's taking that, taking that, taking that. And at that point, all these are gone. I'm going to start surgical hogging. And you're building steam on yourself. Like, these, as this goes down, your hogs are going to come this way. Once this goes down, your hogs are going to go this way. Once this goes down and this goes down, your hogs are going to go this way. So really, they're building on themselves the whole time. So you don't want your hogs, you don't want to spread them too thin. I have that problem sometimes with my Town Hall 9 account, where I try to get too much out of them and I start separating my hogs and splitting them too far. You don't want that. But you also don't want to drop them all at one time just in case there is a double giant bomb in somewhere and you could potentially lose all your hogs. So that's really the key, is to try to build momentum as you're going through, and if something happens, you can rebuild your momentum and continue the raid accordingly. So that's something to think about. The other thing is when you're dropping your heal spells, try to get as much out of it as possible. Always drop on the large group of hogs. Let the small, if there's a small group that splinters off, let them die. And always focus on your main hogs, because you'll waste a heal spell if you don't. So funnel, make sure your kill squad is optimized. I've seen some people drop golems in and not really need them, or not really optimize them. They're just there to be there, and they don't really achieve any goal. So, yeah, with that being said, I mean, at this point I got 29 hogs because of my CC hogs, and I was able to save a heal, save a couple wizards, and still wreck this base. So that's there's something to be said about that, because this is a max defense Town Hall 8. The walls and I guess just the walls are left. Maybe the sweeper doesn't look like it's maxed out, but that doesn't really play any effect in a Town Hall 8 hog attack anyway. But alright guys, leave any comments if you have any questions, or hit me up in the clan chat. Let me know what you think about the video, and if there's anything else you want me to do. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.